So we have hunters and row-goos to talk about, and I'm going to do my best to demonstrate some of my knowledge and just kind of gush over and share what is new and what is coming in Dragonflight. Because who knows, maybe next week we'll be doing some alpha stuff, for all I know. And Thundering Horde, and to all the people on stream, say hi to people who are watching this over on YouTube. Hello to you as well. I hope everyone's having a good time, and let's just get started with Huntars. With the new talent system in Dragonflight, we wanted to give hunters new choices to mix and match talents, all while retaining the core identity of each individual specialization. Some previously spec-specific abilities are being moved into the core tree, such as Serpent String and Explosive Shot, while other abilities like Wailing Arrow and Ray Shalar, the Sylvanas' legendary bow, and Fury of the Eagle from the Survival Hunter artifact weapon are making a more permanent appearance in the specialization trees. Neat. We're happy with how hunters as a whole are currently playing, and hope the new options allow you to really emphasize and build your character around what skills are most important to you while playing the video game. So we're going to start with the class talents. I have them right here. Go me. And we're going to go through what is good. So row 1, kill command is a baseline thing. Kill command for Marksman hunters. Ooh, it's gonna be fun. But it's given by default when you pick Beastmaster or Survival Spec. Cool. Concussive Shot is also at the top, as well as Kill Shot. Kill Shot is a choosable thing that you don't need to have. Interesting. It's default with marks. No aim shot though. Is aim shot somewhere around here, or is this going to be a specific sort of thing? All right, so row 2. So we're now down here. Trailblazer. Your movement speed is increased by whatever, which is interesting, because I would figure that movement speed stuff like this would have been a choice node. So we're already seeing like some surprises here, kind of. Post haste is over here, which would have been one of them other choices, and then improved kill shot, which is kind of a half gimme here. You want to make it better? Cool. That's pretty much, if you're going to go here, you will take this point, right? Row 3, Thick Hides increases your pet's total health by 5 or 10%. So this kind of gives you an idea that this left side of the tree has intense here. Counter shots. Your kick is here, which is pretty much a gimme for just about all hunters. The interrupt for survival spec, it's gonna be a melee based interrupt. Inferior. Bummer, but you know what I mean. And then natural mending, which is an interesting place to put a healy thing. It's like right under the kill shot. Yeah, it's right under the kill shot thing. It's not like you have to go for this. You can go around it. So I can go like burp and then burp if I really wanted to. Or skip whatever that is. I forgot what that is. I think that's like the cleanse. The thing that makes them not enrage. Let's see if I'm right. Tar Trap is right down here. Misdirection is right next to that, which is another very much a gimme. Trank Shot. That's what it's called. Thanks, WoW team. So Trank Shot is over here. All of these feel like very standard, very important. So if I'm going to need 8 points, it feels like I might be making some kind of tough choices here. Like I guess misdirect, it's important, but is it that important? I guess it depends on what this node is here. If I really want this, then I'm going to settle for misdirect, but can I get away with it? Can I get away from dispelling enrage effects? Probably not, especially in like in a dungeon situation. Same thing goes for Tar Trap. So kind of interesting what they did here. Moving on to row 5, we got improved mend pets. Whoop-de-doo. It does better stuff. No big deal. Exhilaration, the self-heal, not exactly interesting right over here. Fogged crystals. So this is what we're talking about here. Your pet takes reduced damage while under the effect of your misdirection. Meh. Not that big of a deal. You know, funny, I'm not seeing very compelling things here, like in these two rows. Nothing that's like, wow, gotta have it. Improved trank shots. When you do it, it does better stuff. You know, whoop-de-doo. And then here's a choice node. You get scatter shot, the incapacitate thing, or the binding shot. So binding shot is something that I would like to have. That part is nice. But that's it. I mean, I guess the one interesting thing that Chad's trying to point out is that this middle buff here, this is something that you get as a Torghast power. So from a leveling standpoint, amazing. I don't recall the exact cooldown on Trank Shot, but that makes it cool, but not that cool. So yeah, I'm kind of iffy with those couple of rows here. I hope things get a little bit more interesting as we go down, or especially as we go into the other trees. But I guess, you know, quick pause. This is one of, you know, we're exploring pure classes at this point. So maybe I should have that sort of mindset right now. Up to this point, we've been looking at hybrid classes, priests, death knights, druids, etc. So we're now taking a look at two pure classes with hunters and rogues. So I guess the approach of what they're trying to do here is not so much between Healy, tank, DPS, obviously, but you know, just more like flexibility, versatility with your abilities and your choices. So I'll see if I can kind of like change my headcanon here. Row 6, we got Scare Beast. You can fear dudes. Whoop-de-doo. Intimidation. You get the stun. So, you know, this kind of gives the vibe of, hey, if I'm a marksman hunter, I can do a little bit more than what I used to be able to do as a hybrid. So I guess the hybrid in this case for a hunter would be like, how much do you care about your pet? So this gives a little bit more pet utility, which might be kind of cool. So we get intimidation or we get high explosive trap. So very different things. You either get a pretty effective you either get a pretty effective stun or you get a knockback. So neat difference there. Camouflage is over here, which is always kind of a cool thing. Born to be Wild reduces the cooldowns of your aspect things by a certain amount. I think that's been around, but it's a 3-point talent. I mean, it's not Aspect of the Wild, so, you know, I'm not familiar with Aspect of the Eagle, actually. So maybe this could be a cool thing to reduce the cooldown by 21%. Okay. Row 7, right down here. Improve traps. The cooldown of your traps is reduced. Whoop-de-doo. Binding Shackles. Targets knocked down by explosive trap or stunned by intimidation deal less damage to you after. So it's less damage to you. So I'm seeing a lot of cool utility things that have very strong implementations for like PvP. As for like PvE stuff, not as much, especially because Binding Shackles, it only reduces damage done to you. If they deal less damage to like anybody, that'd be like really cool. That'd be some really strong utility. That would sound pretty amazing, huh? Like you would have a pure DPS class offering a damage reduction cooldown. That would be kind of neat, but oh well. And then right here is agile movement. Movement speed is increased by, just straight up more movement speed. Go BM. Next row is down here. We're at row 8. Beast Master. Pet damage increased by required amounts if you are a Beastmaster hunter. Okay. Keen Insights. Crit strike chance increased by you must have this. Next. Barrage is a talent that I don't know how easily accessible this is going to be. Like the only way you'd be able to go, you have two routes here. You're taking this kind of like CC-ish route where you have the stun, which is a good stun. The stun, the knockback, you have the reduced damage that's done, and then on top of that you have barrage. So you go straight into like a DPS heavy sort of you go into a DPS heavy sort of deal there, or you take this for the extra run speed followed by, or maybe I should say, And then Serpent Sting is over here at the end. Serpent Sting is here. All the way on the other side. Which is kind of cool, but it feels like here you get kind of randomy. Sort of, not randomy, but it feels like, hey, you want to add buttons? Hey, check it out. Camo, go get it. Barrage, go get it. Serpent Sting is right next to it and immediately available once you access this set of this row over here. Next row, improved kill command. Right down here, definitely a gimme for BM. I main BM if I play a hunter, by the way, so that I at least have a little bit more proficiency with talking about that. So improved kill command, a little bit more damage, not super exciting, but something that I imagine that you would get. Stampede is something that you can go for fairly easily, maybe. So that's a nice little cooldown, and this is baseline. So you'll be so any hunter will be able to pick this up if they wanted to. You know, you have that on top of like the crow thing, you know, and all that, and that's kind of neat. This is Barrage next to Serpent. So here's Barrage, and then here's Serpent Sting right over there. Here's something different. Whenever you successfully trap an enemy, you gain focus and increase all focus gained by a certain amount. Very cool. Pretty neat. Chimera Shot is actually no, I'm sorry. This right here is Stampede. This right here is the Nessenway ability, and then Chimera Shot is here, which is damn. There's a lot of buttons that hunters can get. Baseline. Was that a crow noise? Yeah, caw. I'm like, scree. Let's see. Master Marksman is this one right here. Your ranged special attack crits cause the target to bleed for additional oh, that is why there is no scenario where I would not want this talent, dude. Then it's just like constant bleed damage. So I'm not familiar enough with like Marksman. And what they normally have, and OMG, that is wow. Thank you, Menard. Sorry for interrupting what's important here, but thank you very much, dude. I'll thank you privately later, Master. Here's a choice node. Back on track, guys. Here's a choice node. We get latent poison injectors. So Serpent Sting, which is right here, Serpent Sting's damage applies poison, stacking 10 times. Barb Shot, Aim Shot, or Raptor Strike consumes the stacks of this. All right, dealing nature damage to the to the target per stack consumed. So Serpent Sting, as you reapply it, it stacks up to 10 times. So every now and then, and you will hit Barb Shot, Aim Shot, Raptor Strike, whatever, you will be hitting this normally, dealing nature damage. I wonder if it would do more? Would it do more damage if you waited for the 10 stacks? I mean, I doubt it, because it's going to be part of your rotation, right? So I think they would just kind of go for it. Anyway, the other choice is Viper's Venom, where Barbed, Aim Shot, or Raptor Strike has a chance to make your next poisons, your next Serpent Sting cost no focus and deal way more damage. This both, I don't know what would be better, to be honest. They both feel fairly passive. I mean, they both feel like gimmies. Like, you want these. If you're going for Serpent Sting, you are going to be going for this. So, yeah. And we still got one more row, dudes. Row 10. Killer Instinct. Kill Command deals things that you want. Or you get Alpha Predator. You get Kill Command now has 2 charges and deals 30% increased damage. Oh, those are good choices. Those are good choices. You know, it's one or the other depending on that situation that you want. So, yeah, that's cool. Steel Trap. Hurls a steel trap to the target location, immobilizing them for 20 seconds and causing them to bleed. Damage other than Steel Trap may break the thing. I think we've seen this one before. Cool. Not a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. And then here we got Chakrams. Throw a pair of chakrams at your target, slicing all enemies in the path for physical damage. It's like it's Divine Star, right? Or you can say that Divine Star is copying chakrams. Or we get the greatest. The greatest covenant power of them all, Death Chakram. I'm gonna voice that in. Death Chakram. Yeah, buddy. It's not a great ability. I guess it depends on the spec. It hasn't served me very well at all as a Beastmaster, as a very terrible Beastmaster hunter. This is a must-have. Absolutely. Yeah, there is no other choice. Except for Explosive Shot. Oh, this is too much, dude. This is too much. Explosive Shot, you get Explosive Shot. That's dope. I'm actually very surprised. I'm actually very surprised that Flayed Shot isn't on here. I was just talking with folks the other day. I figured that if there was going to be a Covenant ability that would go for hunters, and we haven't seen the specs at all yet, I figured that Flayed Shot would be in here. So the fact that we're seeing a really cool variety of abilities here, baseline that you can choose, it's kind of cool. I think that's pretty neat. And so now that we're taking a look at some of these pure classes, we're getting a glimpse of just how, what sorts of philosophies are being applied here, which it is hard for me to grasp because I myself am not a very experienced DPSer. So maybe some of you folks in comments or in chats up there, y'all can chime in and provide like a little bit more. You guys can maybe illuminate this for me like a little bit more. But this is cool so far. Death Chakra. Yeah. I'm a dummy for that, man. All right, so let's take a look at the talents wherever. Okay, here we go. Starting with Beastmaster talents. Move this thing over. Cool. All right, so let's see. Baseline abilities: Exotic Beasts. That's very much gimme. Row 1, Barb Shot, definitely a gimme. Pack Tactics. We're starting here in Row 2. Pack Tactics is here. Passive focus generation is increased by. You're gonna have this. Multi-shot. Multi-shot's a talent. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me backtrack here. I'm gonna go to baseline hunter abilities here on the right hand side. So let's take a look at this. So let's look at what's baseline. What are all hunters going to get no matter what? Because I find it really odd that that multi-shot is just a Beastmaster thing. So let's find out. Arcane Shot is a gimme. Aspect of the cheetah, cool. Aspect of the turtle, cool. Call pet, duh. Disengage, eagle eye, exhilaration, thank goodness. Eyes of the Beast, baseline for all hunters, that's awesome. Feign Death, that's a gimme. Flare, of course. Freezing Trap, obviously. Hunter Tracking, Hunter's Mark, Pet Utilities, Steady Shot. Steady Shot. Hey guys! I got it! Anyway, and then Wing Clip. Okay, so, sorry, that was just a quick overview there. Threw me off because I'm like, multi-shot here. Interesting. And I'm going to guess that somewhere down here is gonna be Beast Cleave, because Beast Cleave might not even be like a gimme, and so this is the lead up. And then Cobra Shot's here. So these are like, yeah, you're gonna get this. Is Serpent Sting baseline across all specs? Yes, Serpent Sting. It's not a gimme, but it is a talent that is in the class side of the tree. All right, so we finished row 2. Now row 3, aspect of the Beast. Increase the damage and healing of your pet's abilities by. You want it? Well, yeah, you do want it. Loaded Quiver is this one right here. Barb Shot has 1 additional charge. Oh, so baseline, or like normally it only has 1 charge to it, but then I guess as you level, then you get that second charge. I didn't even realize that. But now I know. So this will give you that second charge that you pretty much want to have. so you can maintain, so you can maintain that. And then, hey, y'all, survival and marksman hunters, like, get ready, because I'm gonna need your help. Like, once we're done with this, Beastmaster, at least I can kind of speak to. So Kindred Spirits is this one right over here. It increases your maximum focus and your pet's focus. You want that. Training Expert, all pet damage. Yeah, these are like I can't see you not getting all of these things. Like, maybe the focus decrease, maybe that, but I feel like that's super important. Once if your pet's haste is high enough, that you're gonna need to have that extra focus so that they can pump out more stuff. But I guess not having a max focus wouldn't be as important. That's about it. Like, these other ones feel like I gotta have it. There might be like one wrong choice with having Kindred Spirits, and then yeah. Anyway, row 4 is where we're at here. Animal Companion, you get double pets. There was a recent blog from Blizzard where they, not a blog, but there was a recent post in the community council forum where they talk about how they want to improve Animal Companion and make that work. Apparently, it's been a problem, which makes me feel kind of bad. So for some folks, this looks like a kind of a dead, for some folks, this is kind of a dead talent, but oh well. Beast Cleave, yeah, see, I told you. It's a 3-point thing, though. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, you, man. Beast Cleave is bait. But yeah, I mean, there are so few situations where you don't want to have it. But I guess if you want to be versatile, you're going to pick up Beast Cleave. Like, if you're doing dungeons, that's a gimme, right? But if you're doing raids and you know the encounters that you're going to go into, it's like, hey guys, it's Prog Night. We're going to fight Rygalon. Very few opportunities for actual cleave or AoE. Some multi-target stuff, that's about it. But in this case, I think there is a scenario where you would not spec for this. Thankfully, there seems to be paths that you can take, that you can go for like all the other abilities, all the other talents here without going for Beast Cleave. But I would be tempted to not spend 3 points into this for the sake of getting access to like some of these other things. You want Beast Cleave because you want Beast Cleave, not because no dumb gonna have it. So I'm sure that's gonna throw a lot of people off. It's like, what? How do I not have that? Right? But I think there might be like some other options. If big AoE is not like a big deal for the encounter or whatever it is that you're doing. So anyway, Killer Command. Kill Command damage increased by 10 to 20%. I feel like Kill Command is less of a negotiable thing. You gotta have that nuke, right? That nuke is like hugely important. And then Flamewalker's Cobra Sting, Cobra Shot, has a 25 to 50% chance to make your next kill command consume no focus. Isn't that kind of that's a big deal. Yeah, that's a big deal. I like that. I want that. Row 5 is right here. Sharp Barbs, Barb Shot damage increased by 5 to 10%. Nah. Barb Shot damage is significant, but I do it for the buffs that Barb Shot gives. That's why I maintain it, not because it itself does insane damage, although it is good damage, right? Thrill of the Hunt. Barb Shot increases your crit strike chance by a bit, which is another kind of like, which one do I want? Like, here's Murder of Crows down here. So like, how important is it to get that? Like, I think I'd only want to take one path or the other to go for this node here, but maybe not both. Or maybe I should. Maybe you go for both or you go for none, depending on what you're going for. Kill Cleave is here. While Beast Cleave is active, Kill Command now also strikes nearby enemies for. Oh damn! Is that new? I don't remember that. Oh, that's brutal, buddy. Oh, you get fucked, son. Pet goes. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, this will make him brutal, dude. 50% of damage dealt. Put everything into Kill Command. Go nasty, man. Oh, that's a powerful, powerful thing right there. Dire Beast is right here. Summon a powerful dude, increasing your haste. Whoop-de-doo. Not too excited. I've never been too excited about Dire Beast. Cobra Senses. Cobra Shot reduces the cooldown of Kill Command by 1 second. You typically want that. Maybe. Probably. But if you want that kill command damage, oh, get nasty. So anyway, Murder of Crows is right down here. That's a nice mainstay. I have never been good at bursts. You know, I'm always like, oh, let me do like a good sustain sort of build. And Murder of Crows it leans towards the bursty, in my opinion. All right, I'm not good at this, but I feel like that's more of a bursty thing, and I'm not good at that. I would probably not, unless these things down here are like super dope. I'm gonna like these two things here, unless they're awesome, I'm gonna try to avoid going this route. Bestial Wrath is to me, you know, as a center talent, like this is needed. I think Aspect of the Wild is down there too. I'm gonna want these because that burst I like having. And then Wild Call is right here. Your auto shot crit strikes have a 20% chance to reset the cooldown. Yeah, so this is I'm used to that mindset, you know, so I feel like this tree is trying to challenge me to deviate from what is normal Beastmaster gameplay and try to explore like what's new. So maybe there's something cool here that I'm not quite seeing. Other folks will be able to get it. But yeah, I shouldn't have started with this tree, guys. I feel like I shouldn't have started with this tree because it's like, this is the one tree out of all of them that I know that I can really speak to and have something to say about it. Everything else is just like, wow, guys, look at that. Woo! So, anyway, so we're at row 7 now. In for the kill is right here. So Kill Command has a 3 to 6%. Oh, damn it. They baited it behind here. Kill Command has a 3 to 6% chance to reset the cooldown of Kill Shot, which causes your next kill shot to be usable on any target regardless. Okay, you know, that's kind of okay. You know, it lets me press another button, but then I don't know if I would really have. I'd rather throw another Cobra Shot out because I'm probably going to be capped out on focus. So I don't know how useful that's going to be for me. Bloodshed is over here. Command your pet to tear into your target, causing your target to bleed for 18 seconds and increase all damage taken from your pet. Holy shit. That's damage. So I wonder what is the cooldown on Bloodshed? Not familiar with this. So if they can line stuff up, okay, now we are talking burst. If we can line some of that stuff up with Bestial Wrath and all that, they could go wow. Okay. You know, I wonder if in for the kill would if I hit Kill Command, but this is like during a beast cleave, and then they're cleaving all them kill commands. Does that count towards it? I doubt it. But that'd be kind of cool though. Aspect of the Wild is here. We know what that is. It does cool stuff, gives me more focus and crit and blah blah blah. One with the pack, Wild Call, which is the thing that gives you the free barb shot. It has a increased chance to do a thing. Yeah, so I like the whole barb shot thing. Although I have yet to see the interaction between barb shot and your pet's haste. Unless barb shot inherently just does that. Does it say that it does that stuff? Barb shot. Sends your pin to a frenzy. Okay, so that's still there. Okay, so I do care about that stuff. Okay, we're on row 8 now, which is here. Wailing Arrow. Oh, look at that. Legendary weapon. Fire an enchanted arrow, dealing shadow damage to your target and additional shadow damage to all enemies within 8 yards of your target. Targets struck by them are silenced for 5 seconds. That is the cool thing. That it's a free silence. Now, as for how much damage it does, I don't know. Bloodshed has a 1 minute cooldown. Okay, so if Bloodshed has a 1 minute cooldown, that is a pretty strong bursty thing. You could probably align up with Bestial Wrath. Stomp is here. That's a must-have. If you're going like the barbed shot route, which I feel like everyone should. Scent of Blood is over here. Activating Bestial Wrath grants charges of bar. Oh, so this is a separate thing. I remember seeing like a talent or something like that that made it so whenever you cast your... Actually, it is this. Bestial Wrath. Yeah. Okay, so I remember this talent. This one I'm not too fond of, so it really depends on what is down here. Yeah, what's down here? I guess we'll find out. Barbed Wrath is this one. Barbed Shot reduces the cooldown of Bestial Wrath by 6 to 12 seconds, and the cooldown... Okay, man, there's so many good talents here that it's hard to see more than... It's hard to see any more than like 2 possible routes that I go. One is like the Barbed Shot route, and another is just something that I don't quite understand. That I don't quite get. Here's the Kapla one. Barb Shot deals more damage, and a planet has a... Yeah, we'll reset... Wow, it's just a freebie. Oh, you could just have this legendary. Oh, that's cool. Is there a Covenant ability? There is a Covenant ability. You get Death Chakram. So far. And row 9, which are just these 2 things right here. Dire Command. Kill Command has a 10, 20, 30% chance to summon a thing. Okay, that's cool. But it's a 3-point talent. Is it worth it, guys? I don't know. Because the other one is Call of the Wild. Sound the Call of the Wild, summoning 2 of your dudes, and it's just a cooldown button. Okay, so it's a cooldown button versus a 3-point passive that only gives a 30% chance. That's not too attractive, but let's see what the last row is. Dire Pack. Summoning a Dire Beast increases the damage of your steady shot and multi-shot by 10% per 8 seconds. I mean, you can get... There's a Dire Beast button somewhere around here. It's like, okay, it's alright. How interesting that it increases the damage of your steady shot. It's like steady shot. We're going to use steady shot. Anyway, choice notes here in the middle. Killer Cobra. While Bestial Wrath is active, Cobra Shot resets the cooldown on kill command. So I guess it's like, do you... Yeah, I'm having a hard time trying to really nail down like what sorts of builds I'd be able to get out of this. Again, I'm not an experienced DPS person, even with this. And then Relic Stalker's Piercing Fangs. While it's active, your pet's crit damage delta is increased by 35%. Oh, those are both good. Damn. Yeah, both of these are like good things. And then there's one more last note here. Wild Instincts. While Call of the Wild is active, Barb Shot has a 25% chance to gain a charge anytime Focus is spent. Okay, and then while Call of the Wild is active, Barb Shot affects all of your summoned pets. Ooh! Oh, that's neat. So if I can get like... Let's see, what's this one up here? So if I can get this one out... Yeah, so I hit that button... Get Call of the Wild out, and then my Barb Shot will make them all stomp. I wonder if it'll make them all stomp too. I doubt it. If anything, it will give them the increased attack speed and all that. Yeah, so some folks are suggesting here, like, yeah, you can have like a bunch of kill commands rolling, or you could just have like a bunch of pets just crapping all over people. Okay, it's a little hard for me to see, but yeah, this seems just really strong. All right, so moving on to Marksman. One of my guildmates, thanks, man, pointed out that hey, the Wowhead trees are up now, so we will utilize the Wowhead trees, and hopefully this will be helpful for y'all, slightly more helpful for y'all. Okay, cool. See something hunter marksman. Here we go. All right. So at the very top of the thing, we got aim shots, very typical for marksman. Cool. Second row, we have improved arcane shot, which is of course baseline. It's been baseline. Arcane shot focus cost is reduced. It's almost not quite free, but it's almost free. Steady shot is a better generator, and aim shot causes your next couple shots, or multi-shots, good, to deal more damage. So multi-shot is somewhere here. Where is multi-shot? Or, actually, I think I'll have to look at this again. if I go to Marksman, okay, so there's no like freebie over here. Okay, so yeah, it makes your next to arcane shots or multi shots to deal more damage. Huh. That is kind of interesting. That where is multi shot here? Maybe it's somewhere around here. Okay, next row, rapid fire, very much a gimme. Very much a gimme. Helps with their mobility. Killing blow, kill shot, crit strike chance increased but it's a 2-point talent. Marksman doesn't get multi-shot, you said? You know, maybe it might be the fault of Wowhead calling on the tooltip, I guess. Their own tooltips, because let's see what happens when I go here. So row 1, improve arcane shot, improve steady shots. It does say multi-shots here too. So who knows? Let's move on though. Focused aim shot increased by 5 to 10%, kind of obvious. Careful aim shot deals bonus damage to targets who are above 70% health, which is kind of okay. PvP, hey. Here's multi-shot. Hey, here we go. And then Hunter's Knowledge is over here. Aim shots, crit strike chance is increased by something important. Good. Streamline. You know, I haven't even so much as spec'd for Marksman. Oh, no, yeah, I have. Rapid fire's damage is increased, and it causes your next aim shot to cast like a little bit faster. So it's like there's kind of a route. So if you wanna do like AoE cleave or not, I think that's what we're going to see here. So let's try to go through the rest. When your abilities damage a target below 20% health, you deal more crit, stacking up to way a lot. So I mean this is the execute phase, right? So not as big of a deal. Well, maybe a big deal. I mean, we had something up here. Yeah, here we go. Where you have like an execute both one way or another. You know, from the top 70%, top 30% to the bottom 20%. So arcane shot and multi-shot damage is increased by not too exciting. Bursting shots fires an explosion of bolts at all enemies in front of you, knocking them back, and it does a little bit of CC, which is kind of okay. Next row, let's see. I'll kind of skip around. Let's see the follow-up to this one, because you have to get this one. When you fall below 40% health, bursting shots cooldown is immediately reset. So that's definitely like a PvP solo sort of thing. Improve rapid fire. You get more focus generation. Cool. Here we have a choice node in this row. Lethal shots, arcane, and multi-shot have a 30% chance to reduce the cooldown of rapid fire by you want that. Or you get surging shots, where rapid fire deals more damage, and aim shot has a 15% chance to reset the cooldown of rapid fire. So it's the RNG or not. Surging shots if you know you're going to be able to stand still. Lethal shots if you are not sure. Or if you're AoEing, I guess. Yeah, that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting from it. And then trick shots. When multi-shots hits the number of targets that it should, your next aim shot or rapid fire. Okay, so that's very much, this is like the bread and butter of like you want to AoE cleave and all that stuff. You go for trick shots. Deathblow. Aim shot has a 10% chance to grant a charge of kill shot and cause your next kill shot to be usable on any. Okay, that's you know. Once you okay, and then I already saw that one. Next row, volley. Okay, we know what that one. We know what that one is. You gain the effects of trick shots for as long as volley is active. Salvo. When trick shots effect fades, your next multi-shot will deal way more damage. Nice. At first I thought this was steady shot. Steady focus, when you use it twice in a row, it increases your haste by this feels super important. Lone Wolf increases your damage by 10% when you do not have an active pet. Oh no. Yeah, too many people are gonna go for it. Now, the question that I have is, would you go for pet related stuff in the class tree as a as a marksman hunter. I mean, we do know that there's going to be wrong ways to go when setting all these up, but how wrong can you really go? How wrong can you really go? Quick shot, kill shot causes aim shot to recharge faster for 3 seconds. That seems dull. Yeah, that seems really dull. Why would I want that? Oh well. Sharpshooter, crit strike chance, crit strike damage is increased by, yeah, you're gonna get that. True shots, you're gonna want this too. Reduces the cooldown of your aim shot and rapid fire by a lot. Causes aim shot to cast faster. While true shot is active, you generate more focus. Yep. Serpent Stalker's Trickery. Aim shot has a chance or guaranteed chance to fire a serpent sting at the primary target. Ooh, I love being lazy when I can, dude. Yeah, I will definitely do that so I can save two talent points to save a button. Probably. And then Deadeye, kill shot has 2 charges. Okay. Choice ammo. Or choice ammo. Choice node. Heavy ammo. Trick shot. Now ricochets to 2 fewer targets, but it deals more damage. Or trick shot now uses aim shot and rapid fire to ricochet to. Ooh. I feel like I want light ammo. I don't know. It's kind of an impression that I have. Calling the shots. Casting arcane shots or multi-shot reduces the cooldown of true shot by 1.5 or 3 seconds. It's a 2-rank talent. Okay. I don't recall what the cooldown of true shot is, but yeah, that is not bad. Lock and load. Your ranged attacks have an 8% chance to trigger lock and load, which is dope. People would love this one. Legacy of the Windrunners. Aim shot has a chance to coalesce 3 to 6 extra wind arrows that also shoot your target to rank 10. Oh, that just seems cool. I'm a sucker for like procs that might not even really do anything useful, but they just look cool. And if this looks cool, I will take it because it looks cool. But of course, I have to be a marksman hunter to do it, so that's going to be tough. What's the thing under it? Windrunner's Guidance. Bonus wind arrows have increased crit strike chance. They just hit harder. But it's a 3-rank talent. So you need 5 points if you want to really cosplay as a Windrunner. Do you really want to do it, guys? You really for that? Let's look at the other things. I think we're just on the last row. Yeah, so double tap, which is awesome. Your next aim shot will fire a second time, or rapid fire will shoot more stuff. Cool. Here we have either Eagle Talon's True Focus, True Shot lasts longer, or Unerring Vision. While True Shot is active, you gain more crit. It's even better. I'm not quite sure which thing I would choose here. And then finally, there's Wailing Arrow. Hey, so I guess they get it. Oh, maybe Wailing Arrow is going to be on survival as well. It's like Wailing club you with something. Wailing smash. I don't know. Okay, so let's look at survival. All right, lots of. I think they're still setting this up. That's how soon we're seeing this. Oh no, they're not set. Oh no. Okay, maybe that's not. Yeah, maybe this is not ready. Survival's not ready. Ah. Okay, that was that one. That was survival. Survival. Here we go. All right, so we're back to this again. We're back to this again. Survival talents. Starting off at the top row here, Raptor Strike. Duh. Ferocity, all damage done by your pets. Okay, the top 3 are just of course you're gonna get these. You're gonna have 8 points. You're gonna spend them on something. So you're most definitely gonna go for the top 3. Wildfire Bomb. Top DPS with this thing. Do the top deeps. Predator Kill Command has a chance to do a freebie, 3-point talent, and then improve Harpoon. The cooldown over your Harpoon is reduced by an OK amount, which is, I I mean, the mobility is always nice, but not that big of a deal. Bloodseeker is this one right here. Kill command causes your target to bleed for 8 seconds. You and your pet gain damage for every bleeding enemy within 12 yards. Tip of the spear. Kill command increases the damage of your next raptor strike by quite a bit. It stacks as well. So that's definitely not bad, but it's only your next attack, so. And then terms of engagement. Harpoon deals physical damage and generates 20 focus over 10 seconds. Killing an enemy resets. Very harpoony build. So I'm thinking here, like, I'm wondering, like, if the routes here, because this is survival, is it going to be like, how hybrid do you want to be, or how melee focused do you want to be? Do you want to have like almost no mid-range attacks and just go nuts, and your focus is closing in onto the enemy as soon as you can? Maybe. So that's an interesting take on it. We're at row 5 now. We got 3 things. We got guerrilla tactics. Wildfire bomb now does more. In the middle, we have a choice now. You either get carve, which is the cleavy. Yeah, it's the cleavy thing, or butchery. You attack all enemies in a flurry of strikes. I thought there was a difference. I thought you had both of these, but I guess I'm wrong. So it's like choose your cleave, I suppose. Yeah, it feels like just choose your cleave. And then finally there is Mongoose Bite. Brutal attack that deals physical damage and grants you fury. And it just does more and more damage. Right, yeah, I remember this one. Like it has like a stacking damage thing, but it'll expire after a while. Row 6, more Wildfire Bomb. Wildfire Bomb is more. Lunge, the range of your melee attacks and abilities is increased by a little bit. I think people really like this one. Frenzy Strikes. Carve reduces the remaining cooldown of Wildfire Bomb by 1 second for each target hit, up to 5. So yeah, people are going to be going for this. Most definitely. They're going to go like around kind of like that, I'm sure. If they want to go for like a big AoE Mythic plus dungeon sort of dealie. Flanking Strike. This is the one where both you and your pet, it's basically double kill command. Kind of. And then Spear Focus, Raptor Strike, and Mongoose Bite damage increased by a respectable, but modest amount. Row 7, starting over here. Explosives Expert. Kill Shot reduces the cooldown of Wildfire Bomb by kind of lots, but it's dependent on Kill Shot, and it's a 3-point talent. So this thing down here needs to be really good in order for me to want to get this. Sharp Edges, Crit Strike is increased. That's a pretty much a gimme. Like if I'm going to go down this route, then I'd probably go for this one more. Sweeping Spear, Raptor Strike, Mongoose Bite, Butchering, and Carving damage is increased by a good amount. Tactical Advantage, damage of Flanking Strike and Wildfire Bomb increased by 10 to 20%. And Killer Companion, which feels forgotten. I feel like Kill Command just, not quite as big of a deal as, say, Wildfire Bomb or just doing your own attacks. All right. Number 8. Am I counting right? I am counting right. Okay, row 8. Wildfire Infusion. Place your Wildfire Bomb with extra reagents, randomly giving it an enhancement each time you throw it. This sounds familiar, but I'm not really on top of that. Energetic Ally. You and your pet's maximum focus is increased by a bit. I think that is better for survival. Aspect of the Eagle. Increase the range of your Raptor Strike and Mongoose Bite to 40 yards for 15 seconds. Yeah, I don't think I would go for this one. Probably not. Coordinated Assaults. You and your pets go nuts. Basically Bestial Wrath, if I recall correctly. That's how I remember it, at least. And then Precision. You and your pets have more crit strike chance. No matter what you do. Oh, I feel bad for Wildfire Bomb people. They're going to be like, oh man, how am I going to get here? But they are definitely going to go for that. I can't see you not going for it. Second to the last row. Deadly Duo. When kill command's cooldown is reset, you have a 5, 10, 15% chance to reset the cooldown of a kill shot, and your kill shot can be used on any target. Yeah, not exciting. And I think this one, I forgot what this one is actually. Coordinated kill. Your next kill command has a increased crit strike chance after resetting. Wait, am I reading this right? Your next kill command has a increased crit strike chance. Okay, after resetting while coordinated assault. Okay, so big damn, big damn. Fear of the Eagle. Furiously strikes all enemies in front of you, dealing physical damage over 4 seconds. Kill command resets and reduces the cooldown of it by 3 seconds. Birds of Prey. Attacking your pet's target with Raptor Streave or Carve extends the duration of the assault by 1.5 seconds. And then Spearhead. You and your pet charge your enemy, striking them for physical damage. You then become one with your pet for 12 seconds. While doing that, your pet damage is increased. Everything's increased. Your cooldown can reset. As you might have noticed, I'm much more passionate, or much more on top of what Beastmaster Hunters offer. But overall, like, I was hoping to see something where, we're seeing a difference between how close up are you going to be with the enemy. Or is there going to be a little bit more focus on the pet? Is there going to be a little bit more focus on just throwing bombs? Folks are saying that Wildfire Infusion from, I think, a couple rows up, that was like the thing. Yeah, I wonder what this one... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about how that one goes either. Still cool, though. I think, like with some of the other DPS-related trees, I'm more fascinated by the class trees than anything. We'll see how we feel about. We'll see how I feel about rogues when we get to it, which I know even less. So this is going to be really interesting. Hi, Mind Games. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But so far, I'm liking the flexibility that hunters are being given. This may sound horrible, but I love the fact that there are all sorts of wrong choices that you can make. I think, having a pet focused Marksman hunter, like, people will be like, oh god, what are you thinking? Whatever, dude, it's whatever I want it to be, right? Being able to explore that, and then later on, if the team feels like it and they want to be like, hey, let's make this a thing, let's adjust some things and make this thing work and see if we can discover new builds, and especially because we're at the pre-alpha. Alpha may start as early as next week or so, and we might see evolutions of some of these trees as soon as like the first couple of alpha builds. So that's it for hunters right now. And for those who might have missed out on that, I'm going to have a VOD for it where I give my quality takes on hunters. And now I'm about to do it with rogues. This is gonna go swimmingly. All right. Rogues. All right. Let's read the intro. The Dragonflight talent update provides a foundation upon which we can reimagine what options are available to players. Something. With all that in mind, we're excited to dive into this preview of the Rogue talents with you. There are tons of combinations of abilities and effects that were previously not possible, both by making some former spec-only abilities available to all rogues in the core class tree, and by providing more opportunity for specialization within any given rogue spec. To that end, there are many familiar, current, and historic rogue abilities and effects returning as available options, sourced from former talents, legendaries, conduits, Azerite, and more. Some of them have been modified or reimagined to fit in the new framework, and even beyond that, there are a handful of brand new talents to explore that further emphasize an aspect of each rogue spec, fantasy, and gameplay. Note, players familiar with the Assassination spec, which is kind of me, will notice Vendetta, which is the big cooldown, is not among the available talents or level learned abilities. The skill Deathmark in the Assassination talent tree is the new major cooldown replacing Vendetta, and hits a similar fantasy, while hopefully having more impact and mechanical interest than just a generic damage amplification, which is what it was. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Yay. So let's go. I want to look first at the base abilities. All max rogues will have access to the following. Ambush, the stun. Okay, oh no, is it a stun? No, it's the damage. I'm trying to jog my memory here. Ambush is the stealth. pain thing. Cheap Shot is the stun. Crimson Vial is the thing that heals you. Distract is the make them like move around stupid. Eviscerate is pain. Kick is the kick. Pick lock, pickpocket, poisons. Same 3 poisons, instant crippling and wound poison. Shroud for the group thing. Sinister Strike is the stab combo builder. Slice and Dice is something that I remember talking with folks about the other day, where they don't like Slice and Dice, but hey, you want the haste, you get the haste. Sprints is there. Darn, Stealth. I was hoping that'd be a talent. That would be amazing if it was a talent instead of a baseline thing. Vanish is there. Safe Ball is a passive. Okay. Class tree. Look at the good stuff. Garrote, the Bleed, is a baseline for Assassination. Okay. Blind is interesting. Blind is a freebie for Outlaw or Combat or whatever you want to call it. And there are sirens in the background. I apologize. Sap is right over here, which I've never used before, but that's a subtlety thing. And so I'm pretty sure we're going to see, like, you're going 1, you're probably going to go, like, I have a feeling that there are going to be a bit more restrictions on, like, you know, what is, like, a good route to take versus, like, what's a whoops. Really shouldn't have done that. Road 2 here is Evasion. So Evasion is I mean, it's not like it's needed, but obviously in the Rogue toolkit, especially if you're on your own, it's super useful. So all 3 defensives are on here. I mean, it would make sense to go for like all 3 of these because they're very iconic for the spec. So I kind of feel weird knowing that 6 points, up to 6 points, will be spent like easily right from the get-go, and then from here you have like fewer choices going down, unless you decide to like skip out on one or the other. Like maybe as an Assassination Rogue, I'm like, forget Blind, forget this and this. You know, I don't need that bad. I guess it's a matter of, do I need that sort of utility or not? Anyway, Row 3. Master Poisoner increases the non-damaging effects of your weapon poisons by 20%. Very Assassination. You get Numbing Poison, which is okay, but man, it's like it gates off like 1, 2. It gates off like 5 talents. 5 things are a requirement for you to. 5 talents are gated behind Numbing Poison. Nimble Fingers, which is not a big deal. Lowers the energy cost by, it's just a 1-point thing. It's not even a big deal. Let's see, Gouge is the other, not incapacitate, but or not stun, but incapacitate. We know that one. Rushed Setup, the energy cost of Kidney Shot, Cheat Shot, Sap, and Distract. So mostly, so I guess it's a kind of like the other. Kind of like Hunters, it's a difference of like what sort of utility are you going to be giving to this class. Tricks of the Trade is a talent that you don't need to help people with, which is okay. You know, sometimes that's okay. And then Shadowrunner, while Stealth or Shadow Dance is active, you move 20% faster. I feel like this will be like okay, I definitely want this because yeah, buddy. Row 4. Improved wound poison. Cool. Just cool. Movement speed increased by 50% with this one. Iron Stomach increases the healing that you receive from whatever. Nah. Healing potions and health. Okay, that's not bad, but crossing over here, this is something to avoid. Not something that I'd want to get. Let's see, that's Iron Stomach. Okay, so improved sprint. It reduces the cooldown of a sprint, which may be extremely useful. Shadow Step is right here. Shadow Step. Wait, this is the base thing we're still looking at, right? I'm not like losing my sleep, right? Huh. Is Shadow Step usually like is that a baseline thing? I don't think so. That's kind of cool. Subterfuge, your abilities requiring stealth can still be used. Oh man, like I definitely use that ability or that talent. I definitely use that talent as assassination because I'm like, dude, I'm trying to stab some more, dude. Let me get some more extra stabs in or extra garrotes in, and all that, or whatever it is that you can do while you're stealth. Here you go. Improved. Oh no, here you go. Improved garrote. It silences the targets. Yeah. Yeah. See, I am kind of familiar with that. Recuperator. Slice and dice heals you for up to 1% of your maximum health every 2 seconds. Oh, that's dull, dude. Improved sap and energy cost of sap reduced by 100% is nice, but I'm not. I'm only passing by here, guys. I intend to get to my destination. Row 6. Deadly Precision increases the critical strike chance of your attacks that your generators by 5 to 10%. That's a... Yeah, that feels way too much of a gimme. Virulent Poisons increases the damage of your weapon poisons by a good amount for Assassination. Verse bonus. Versatility increased by Boring. What's the other one? Improved Ambush. Ambush has a 50 to 100% chance to generate 1 additional combat point. Okay, maybe I'm not... Maybe I don't think the other one is that big of a deal. Tight Spender. Energy cost of finishing moves reduced by 8 to 15%. That's kind of useful, I think. Night Stalker. While stealth is active, your abilities deal more damage. Very subtle. Yeah, like each of these is like... It's trying to represent each of the trees. Assassination, combat, subtlety, and it's trying to embrace that. Row 7, Cold-Blooded, increases the critical strike chance of your next thing by 100%. It's not bad. Acrobatic Strikes increases the range of your melee attacks by 3 yards, which is also okay. Especially for stealthy things. Marked for Death, marks the target instantly, granting 5 combo points. Cooldown is reset if the target dies within a minute. This is a different skill, right? This isn't the one that's like Vendetta, right? I gotta double check now. Something. It's called Death Mark. Oh, and it's on the class tree. Okay, not in the class tree. It is in the spec tree. Row 8, right down here. Leeching Poison. You get Leech. Sweet. And it's just okay. Lethality adds a Leech and Poison effect to your... Nope, this one. Crit strike chance increased by a small amount. The bonus of your attacks of your generators is increased, though. So that's better. Elusiveness. Feint also reduces all damage you take from non-area of effective attacks. Better Feint. That's not bad. Alacrity. Your finishing moves have a chance per combo point to grant 2 haste per 20 seconds, stacking up to 10 times, but that's not very fast. Cheat Death is a... No, this is Cheat Death. This was Alacrity, this was Cheat Death. At first I was like, what? Don't tell me Cheat Death is a 3-point talent. No! Row 9. Seal Fates. When you crit strike with a melee attack that generates combo points, you have a chance to gain an additional... Okay, that one... It's a 2-pointer? Yeah, it's a 2-pointer. That one's not bad. Vigor. That's almost gimme. Echoing Reprimand. Deal arcane damage to an end. Oh, they get the Kyrian one. Hey, look at that. See, I feel a little bit bad because I remember back in the day, if you guys dared to go back and look at Shadowlands history, and I was like trying to talk about all the different Covenant abilities, this was one of the hardest ones for me to understand. It's been simplified. I still don't get it because I never tried really using it. But I thought that was funny. Next one, Deeper Stratagem. Gain 1 additional max combo point. That's different. Well, actually, no, I think we've had that. Find Weakness. Your stealth abilities reveal a flaw in your target's defenses, causing all of your attacks to bypass armor for 10 seconds. That one's alright. And then row 10. Thistle Tea. Thistle, has that always been a baseline thing? I feel like that's not. I feel like that is a spec specific thing. Yeah, max 3 charges. So I think to myself, wait a minute, guys. Hey, let me open up and spend 300 energy. I'm gonna spend 300 energy. I think like even with like within the time that it would take to spend 300 energy, you're gonna hit DR. You're gonna hit diminishing returns. You're not gonna be able to stun someone for that long, right? Eventually they're gonna break out. You're gonna do stuff. You're going to gouge them, stun. You're going to stun them, unload on them, gouge them, I guess. Vanish, get yourself out of combat, get some of your shit back. I don't know, and then just go for it again, and then try to repeat that like one more time. That's devastating, dude. That's mean. Resounding Clarity, Echoing Reprimand, Anima charges 1 to 2 additional combo points as a 2-rank talent. I don't know if this is like an actual improvement, or if this is just like a soulbind sort of thing. And then Shadow Dance grants 1 charge of Shadow Dance, and everyone gets Shadow Dance. Allows use of all your stuff. Okay, cool. Not bad. All right, let's move on to what is the first spec we're going to look at. We are looking at, of course, Assassination. All right. Let's see. Okay, so the gimmies are you get Mutilate, gotcha. You get Envenom, also gotcha. And then you get Poisoned Knife, which I never really used. Not really. So Deadly Poison is your thing for the first row. Cool. Next, Phantom Knives. You do not have to get Phantom Knives if you don't want to. Ooh. Fascinating. But damn, where's the AoE otherwise? Don't tell me I'm going to rely on Poison Bomb. If I see Poison Bomb in here, I better see like 11 talents that are dedicated to making Poison Bomb more reliable or something. Because I remember that experience. Poison Bomb, it's so for those who aren't familiar, Poison Bomb is it's a random proc where when you don't need it, it happens, and then when you do need it, it never does. It's definitely built into the game like that. It's exactly how it works. Anyway, Phantom Knives is right here. Cool. Stealth poisons. While stealth is active, your attacks always apply your active lethal and non-lethal poisons. Fun. And then Shadow Step. Wait, didn't we just talk about Shadow Step earlier? Buddy? I could have swore I mentioned Shadow Step earlier. Yeah, Shadow Step is right is right here. Bro, hold on. Maybe I missed something. Grants 1 charge of Shadow Step. Grants 1 charge of Shadow Step. Oh. So do I get 2? I get 2 charges of Shadow Step? That's kind of neat. Yeah. It's some ninja stuff, dude. Okay, row 3. Cut to the chase. Envenom extends the duration of Slice and Dice by up to 1 to 2 seconds. It's a couple seconds. It's not bad. Elaborate Planning. Your finishing moves give more damage. Also a gimme. Improved poison chance. Not as big of a deal. I'm curious what this thing is down here, but improved poison chance. It's all right. I mean, it is a lot of damage, but I'm like, I don't know. Bloody Mess, Grot and Rupture damage increased by a significant amount. Internal Bleeding. Kidney Shot also deals bleed damage over 6 seconds based on combo points spent. Boring, in my opinion. Row 4, Poison Qatar. Phantom Knives damage is increased by 50%, and it has a 5% crit strike chance. That's not bad. Shiv is a... Right, it's a anti-enrage thing. Okay, Atrophic Poison is what this one is here. Coast your weapons with a non-lethal poison that lasts for an hour. Each strike has a 30% chance of poisoning the enemy, reducing their damage by 3% for 10 seconds. So that's it? Just 3%? That's weak. Please tell me it stacks to like 2. Because 3% is that's not a lot. That's Crusader aura, right? I'm sorry, Devotion aura. That's not a whole lot. Anyway, improved Garrote. Garrote deals more damage, has no cooldown when used from stealth, and for 3 seconds after breaking stealth. See, that's why you want that one stealth ability. You're just gonna be going nuts. Applying a whole bunch of them. And then here is, at the end, Intent to Kill. Shadow Step's cooldown is reduced by 33% when used on a target afflicted by your Garrote. So why would I go back? Right? Yeah, why would I go back to the target? I guess in the instance where I hit a dude, I hit another dude, I come back to the first dude. Hey. And then boom, my Shadow Step cooldown is reduced by a little bit. So that helps to increase the mobility, perhaps. Oh well. Row 5 is right here. Crimson Tempest, the other AoE. the AoE that you might just settle for. Improved Shiv, and increases your nature damage done. Right on. Master Assassin, while stealth is active and for 3 seconds after, your crit strike chance is increased by a decent amount. Well, okay, it's incredibly decent. What am I saying? Exsanguinate. Twist your blades into the target's wounds, causing your bleed effects on them to bleed out 100% faster. Yeah, I could see myself going down like this route here. Not so much this route. Not yet. Not until I'm convinced that what I'm thinking is just a bad idea. Okay, so we are on row 6, which is right over here. Flying Daggers. Fan of Knives radius is increased to 15 yards, and it deals more damage when it strikes 5 or more targets. It's alright. Vicious Venoms. Your Mutilate and auto attacks deal 50% of their damage as nature against targets afflicted by at least one of your weapon poisons. This feels... I mean, this will raise my white damage a lot, essentially. But I don't see it like as big of a deal. Deathmark. Here's the new Vendetta. Give a Deathmark to an enemy, dealing bleed damage. Oh, so it deals direct damage. It deals bleed damage over 15 seconds. While marked, your Garrote, Rupture, and lethal poisons applied to the target are duplicated. Ooh. Alright. That's it's better. It feels a little bit more interesting. Not crazy. But no, it's pretty cool. Lethal Dose is right here. 1 to 2% increased damage to targets for each of your poison bleed effects on them. It's for each of them. Okay, so it's like a 7 to 10%, 8 to 10% increase. Okay, that's not bad. And then Iron Wire is this one right here. Increase the duration of the silence effect by 3 seconds. Boring. I'll skip that more than likely. 7 is right here. Maim Mangle. Garrote increases the damage of your Mutilate on the target by 30%. It's okay. Amplifying Poison. Coats your poisons with... Dude, there's a lot of poisons here, buddy. Coats your weapons with a lethal poison that lasts for an hour. Each strike has a 30% chance to poison the enemy, dealing damage, and applying amplification for 10 seconds. Venom can consume 15%. Oh, well, that's cool. That's pretty neat. It's more thinking than I want to handle. I'll be honest there. It's more thinking than I want to handle because I'm like, okay, I gotta wait until it stacks up high enough. So am I gonna sit on my Envenom? Am I gonna hit something else? Or is there like a certain order where I'd be able to reapply like certain dots and all that first before using that so I can maximize the damage? Perhaps. I just don't know what it is though. Twist the, let's see, which is, I think it's this one. Twist the knife. Envenomment duration is increased by 3 seconds, and then actually it was this one. And then Doomblade, mutilate deals an additional bit of damage over 8 seconds. It's alright. No, I think it was this one. Yeah, so I think this is Doomblade. Yeah. Maim Mangle, Amp Poison, Twist the Knife, Doomblade. That don't look like a Doomblade at all. Blindside. Ambush and Mutilate have a 20% chance to make your next ambush free and usable without stealth. That's not bad. Chance is increased to 40% if you're in an execute phase. Ooh, 30% is pretty high too. Venom Rush. Mutilate refunds 8 energy when used against a poisoned target. Poison Bomb. I knew it would be here somewhere. I knew that it would be in here somewhere. Tell me, okay, we're gonna find out if these bottom two things make Poison Bomb better. Otherwise, get out of here, dude. This is a dead column, as far as I'm concerned. Venomous Wounds is here. You regain 5 energy each time your Garrote Rupture or Internal Bleeding deal bleed damage to a poison target. That's useful, because I mistakenly spend so much energy on like just stupid stuff. Anyway, and then Sepsis. That isn't that the Night Fae one? In fact, the target's blood deal nature damage over the 10 seconds. If they survive the full duration, they suffer more damage. Yeah, that is a Night Fae ability. Oh, neat. So they get this, and then is that I think they get both? Swear? Shut up. Okay, I'll look at that later. And then 9. Zoldyck Recipe. Your poisons and bleeds deal more damage. Execute. Gotcha. Dashing Scoundrel. Envenom also increases the crit strike chance of your poisons by 10 to 50%. And their... What? Wait. Am I reading this right? So Envenom increases the crit strike chance of your poisons and their critical strikes. So as in your poisons critical strikes generate energy? That seems ridiculous. Because if that's true, then couldn't you, if you have high enough crit, wouldn't you be able to essentially have unlimited? Well, I'm reading this wrong. I read energy as combo points, and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. But then no, it's just one energy. Curb your enthusiasm. SoulSoBreezy needs coffee. Scent of Blood is this one. Rupture increases your agility based on your character level. Rupture. The Rupture ability increases your agility based on your character level. You may gain this benefit for each enemy suffering from your Rupture. 3 rank talents. Ranks increase agility gain. So they're not even sure yet. Okay. It's weird because they said character level. I'm like, oh, wait, what? Number 10, Tiny Toxic Blade. Shift deals 500 increased damage and no longer costs energy. Oh, that's a Covenant ability. If I know, if I'm thinking that right. Dragon Tempered Blades. You may apply 1 additional lethal and non-lethal poison to your weapons. I want to say that's good. But, depending on how well it interacts with some of the other abilities, then it might not really help, because if there are instances where you can apply multiple poisons that take damage and all that, then you can get increased chance of things happening. But if not, then whoops. Indiscriminate Charge. Your next Garrote and Rupture also apply to all enemies within 10 yards of the target. Damn. Okay, so it's a cooldown ability. Excuse me. At first I thought it was a like a passive. Let's see, and it deals reduced. Your next garrote and your next rupture also apply to all enemies within 10 yards of the target. Within 10 yards, dude, that's a yeah, that's big. that's pretty big. Wow, what an opener. So it's like, all right, dude, pull it all, and then you're like stealthed. But then, 2 seconds later, they're all dead, and you're like, "Where's the damage, Rogue?" And you're like, "Oh man." So it's kind of like, it's cool for long. It's cool when you can get the full duration of the poison off, right? But otherwise, without that, it's gonna feel like being a SoulSoBreezy. It's like, yeah, I got it, guys. I applied it to like 18 dudes. This is amazing. No, buddy, not exactly. But if you're doing raids, or if you're doing like a really like what Monarch's saying, if you're doing a really high key and you are going to last the full duration, one, I question whether or not you guys are doing enough damage. But two, it would be cool. So that'd be kind of neat. Now, just like with hunters, it's a little hard for me to quite understand like what it is, the intent here. What's the intent here with, can I set up certain builds, AoE versus single target? That I can kind of see, but nothing that's so radical, which is okay. Radical would have been, can they be a rogue tank? Can that be a thing? Can I be a rogue healer? Can I heal with poisons? Yes, I will poison you to life. So I suppose not. For now, though, we shall move on to the remaining specs. Outlaw. Let's go. That subtlety, I want to see Outlaw. Here we go. Cool beans. All right, any freebies? Baseline abilities. They get better Sinister Strike. Cool. They get Dispatch, and they get Pistol Shot. All right. Those are all obvious. At the very top, Opportunity. Sinister Strike has a 35% chance to double up. Okay, we're familiar with that one. Blade Flurry is here, so you can get the cleavies, big cleavies, up to 4 other targets. Second row, Grappling Hook, which I hate. Okay, I don't hate it. It's a cool ability. That's all right. Kind of weird that this wasn't a baseline thing either. So I wonder what is the, where does this tree go? Boom, boom, boom. So you got to go down that route. Guess we'll find out. Between the Eyes, finishing move that deals damage with your pistol, increases your crit strike chance against the guy. So top 2 rows are like almost always like yeah, you're gonna get this. Yeah, you're gonna get this. Oh, I'm sorry, this was Adrenaline Rush. So yeah, so you definitely go for like all of these. How do you not? Right? Row 3, Retractable Hook reduces the cooldown of Grappling Hook and increases its retraction speed. The next one better be even better. Improved Evasion. Dodge and attack while evasion is active will make you attack. Sweet. Weapon Master. Sinister Strike has a 10% chance to again strike an additional time. That's an easy one. Roll the Bones is still around, but I guess it hasn't been that bad, so not so bad. Ambidexterity. Your extra attack has an additional chance to strike while Blade Flurry is active. Meme spec, skip the middle section completely. Oh yeah, it is like such a straight line. Holy moly. Okay. Challenge accepted. Ace Up Your Sleeve. Between the Eyes has a 4% chance per combo point spent to grant 4 combo points. Why is it that I kind of remember something about rogues and Azurite traits that gave them something to do with like Between the Eyes, and I remember something about that. And then hit and run, you're faster. Yes. Go us. 4th row. Blinding Powder. reduces the cooldown of blind and increases its that's it. So I'm going down this. I'm using 3 points just so I can go for that sort of play style. You do you, guys. Ruthlessness is here. Your finishing moves have a 20% chance per combo point spent to grant a combo point, so you can get back into the fight. Loaded dice. Activating Adrenaline Rush causes your next roll to grant at least, so it makes it better. That's kind of neat. Restless Blades. Finishing moves reduce the remaining cooldown of many skills per point. Yeah, this sounds familiar too. Sleight of hand is... Okay, so this is a roll the bones sort of thing when you go either or. Roll the bones has a 10% chance of granting additional matches. So I'm gonna put in a point so I can get better RNG, huh? Sheesh. Quick Draw. Half cost uses of pistol shot granted by a Sinister Strike now generate stuff. Dirty Tricks. All the out of combat things don't use energy. That's not too interesting. Heavy Hitter. Ambush supercharges 1 combo point for 45 seconds, finishing moves that consume the same number of combo points as your supercharge function as if they consumed... Why does this remind me of the Kyrian one? Yeah, I feel like this is like the Kyrian thing. Ghostly Strike. Strikes an enemy dealing physical damage and causing the target to take 10% increased damage from your abilities for 10 segundos. That's not bad. Improved Slice and Dice. Your thingy is faster. Yay. Float like a butterfly. Restless Blades now also reduces the remaining cooldown of evasion and feint by point. There's a stamina thing. there's a stamina talent. I guess. Not the most exciting row so far. Maybe it's me. Oh wait, never mind. Dreadblades. Damn. Okay. Dreadblades is just hanging out there. Not even in the middle. It's just on the side. Hey, check it out. Dreadblades. Long armor of the Outlaw. Oh, that's such an injustice. I'll tell you why in a second. Increases the range of your melee attacks by 3 yards. Wild Blade for the attack. So there was a talent called Long Arm of the Law. Paladins don't have that, but they get the pun based on the original ability that Paladins have, or the original talent that Paladins have, which is also its own kind of spoof onto. Anyway, I'm offended by that. Row 6. Audacity. I know the Audacity. Long Arm of the Outlaw. Half cost uses of pistol shot again have a 35% chance to cause your next ambush to be usable without stealth. Chance to trigger this matches the chance for your Sinister Strike to strike a second time. Yeah, don't quite get that. Let's see, deeper. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, deeper stratagem is this one right here. Gain an additional max combo points. Your finishing moves that consume more than 5 combo points have increased effects, as they should. Combat potency, make your energy rate better. Fatal Flourish, this also sounds familiar. Your offhand attacks have a 75% chance to generate 10 energy, which is nice, I think. Dancing Steel, Blade Flurry strikes 3 additional enemies, and its duration is increased by 3 seconds. I think I saw someone in chat just say a little bit earlier that the left side is a bit more PvP centric, the right side is a bit more PvE. I mean, something like Dancing Steel definitely gives that impression of, hey, how often are you going to be attacking 3 players just kind of standing next to each other, except for like something like Arathi Basin or something like that, which is also a very rare thing. Row 7. We got 3 things here. Triple Threat. Sinister Strike has a 10 to 20% chance to strike with both weapons after it strikes an additional time. That sounds cool, but I'm not quite sure how effective that really is. Count the odds. Ambush and Dispatch have a chance to grant you a Roll the Bones buff that you don't already have for 5 seconds. The duration and chance is tripled while stealth, so it's makes it a even better opener, but I don't know. Yeah, I miss combat. I miss combat reds. Just give me double attack on my melee, on my sword melee hits, and I'm good to go. Let's see. Anyway, let's see. 7 improved main gouge. Okay, gouge or gosh or gotch. Main thing has an additional 5% chance to strike. Okay, mastery is also increased by 10%, so it's even a little bit more. 8 sepsis. So sepsis is just being passed around. Right on. So they get the Night Fae ability too. Blade Rush. Charge to your target with your blades out, dealing damage while Blade Flurry is active. More damage. Would sepsis be considered? Yeah, I guess sepsis would be considered kind of a PvP ability. It's very, very focused. Restless Crew, Restless Blades also affects party members within 40 yards, reducing the cooldown of a major ability by a little bit per combo point spent. That doesn't seem like very much though. 20 seconds? 30 seconds? Maybe? And then Killing Spree. Teleport to an enemy within 10 yards, going nuts. And then last one here is Precise Cuts. Flurry damage is increased by an additional 3% per missing target below its maximum. Fade blurry damage. Let's just go with that. Fade blurry damage is increased by 3% per missing target below its maximum. So if I activate Fade Blurry, then it'll just do more damage if I'm not hitting enough targets. Yeah. Row 9. Taken by surprise. Haste increased by 10 to 20% while stealth, and for 12 seconds after leaving stealth. Easy. When your dispatcher, when your dispatch consumes 5 or more combo points, it deals 5% increased damage and costs just 5% increased damage? Oh, and it stacks. Okay. So you can use it for later. It sounds like you can use it for later. Okay. Then Fan the Hammers right here. Sinister Strike has a 5% increased chance to strike in additional time. Always fun. When it does, I feel it's like, do you just want lots of Sinister Strikes to like just cool, this is the way to go. Anyway, when it does, you gain 1 or 2 additional stacks of the buff that grants a half-cost use of pistol shots. Okay. And then finally at the bottom, Hidden Opportunity. Effects that grant a chance for Sinister Strike to strike in additional time also apply to ambush. Oh, that seems pretty cool. All right. Keep it rolling. Increase the remaining duration of your active Roll the Bones combat enhancements by 30 seconds. Damn. Well, you can make some good use out of that, dude. Depending on the fight. Yeah, that's a good one. Greenskin's Wickers. Between the eyes has a 20% chance per combo point to increase the damage of your next pistol shot by a lot. I think this one is that one feels like the way to go. Yeah, that one feels like the way to go. All right, so we got one more spec, I think. All right. We're at the home stretch, homies. We got Subtlety. We got subtlety talents to take a look at, which I know the least about out of all of these. That along with Marksman. Not very good at them. Okay, so baseline abilities include Backstab, Shadow Strike, Shuriken Toss. All familiar stuff. The first row is meaty. This is already kind of odd because we've seen other trees where the first point is so iconic, the top row is so iconic that there pretty much is no choice. You just get that. And well, instead we're seeing improved Backstab, which gives you more crit strike chance. You get Shadow Step, which you know, again, it seems like you get 2 of these charges because you can have 1 in the class tree and then I guess 1 over here too, and then Shuriken Storm, which you know, AOE stuff. So not fan of knives. Subtlety's like, no, it's a Shuriken, and Assassination rogues are like, whatever, dude. Shuriken, knives, whatever. Row 2. Weapon Master. Shadow Strike and Backstab have a chance to hit the target twice when they deal damage. Or you can say abilities that cause, you know, these first two like are easy ones. Abilities cost 20% less energy. On this one, Shadow Step's cooldown is reduced by 20% and its range is also increased by 20%. That's useful. Probably, yeah, more than likely still worth, you know, the points, even though it doesn't really go anywhere after that. Veil Touch. Your abilities deal 10% increased magic damage. Again, easy. Relentless Strikes. Your finishing moves generate 6 energy per combo point spent. Oh, that's good. That's like an easy, you know, boom, you hit them, and then you're like kind of ready to go again. Kind of. Row 3, Shot in the Dark. After entering Stealth or Shadow Dance, your next cheap shot is free. I think you got that. That's like a normal thing from leveling, if I recall. Premeditation. Big cooldown. After entering Stealth, your next Shadow Strike grants up to 10 seconds of Slice and Dice and generates 2 additional points if Slice and Dice is already active. Shadow Dance grants 1 charge of Shadow Dance. And I think I see another thing that looks like Shadow Dance right there. Anyway, it grants 1 charge, allows use of all stealth abilities and, you know, that sort of thing, and also increases damage. Next to it, sort of here, Black Powder. It launches Black Powder at all nearby enemies, and it's just this nice AoE thing. It's like fan of knives, and this dude's like pocket sand, you know. Night Terrors is this last one. Shuriken Storm reduces enemies' movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. Row 4. Gloomblade. Punctures your target. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Somehow I remember this one. Punctures your target with shadow-infused blade with shadow damage. Bypasses armor. Shadow Techniques. Your auto attacks have a chance to generate 1 combo point and 8 energy. Oh, that's... Never heard of this one. I'm learning new things, okay? That seems busted. Blah, 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 combo. You know, by just passively doing nothing. Shadow Blades. Draws upon surrounding shadows to empower your weapons, causing your combo point generating abilities to do more. Cool. Yeah, I'm still not quite sure what sort of routes I would possibly take here. Improved Shuriken, I guess it's the difference between AoE or not, but I don't feel like that is... Yeah, I don't feel like, you know, being like, hey, I'm going to do a lot of AoE as a route. That doesn't feel right. Anyway. Improved Shuriken Storm. Yeah, I think I already went with that one. And then Secret Technique is here. Finishing move that creates shadow clones of yourself. You and your shadow clones each perform a piercing attack. This sounds familiar, but it still seems like really cool. I feel like I'm reading it for the first time. Maybe I am. Symbols of Death. Invoke ancient symbols of power, generating 40 energy and increasing your damage done by 10% for 10 seconds. And then here in this row, 5th row, Master of Shadows. Gain 25 energy over 3 seconds when you enter stealth or you activate Shadow Dance. Nightfall, just kidding. Deepening Shadows. Your finishing moves reduce the remaining cooldown of Shadow Dance. Shadow Dance, Shadow Dance, Shadow Dance. Speaking of the first dance, activating Shadow Dance generates a bunch of combo points. And then Replicating Shadows. Rupture deals an additional 30% damage to Shadow and applies, and it cleaves, basically. Not bad. 6. Shrouded in Darkness. Shroud of Concealment increases, it's a utility thing, fun. Planned Execution is over here. Symbols of Death also increase your crit strike chance by, that's good. Stiletto Staccato. Shadow Techniques now also reduces the remaining cooldown of Shadow Blades by not a lot. Shadow techniques. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that one. Shadow finishers. Eviscerate and Black Powder. Pocket Sand. Deal an additional bit of damage as shadow to targets with your Find weakness active. And then finally, there's Dark Brew. Is it this one? Really? No. This one's Dark Brew. No, this one's Dark Brew. I guess the icons aren't perfect yet. Increase the damage of your weapon poisons by 30%. Rogue abilities that deal nature damage now deal shadow instead. Ooh, scary. Yeah, well, I think it was that one. Dark Brew. Okay, so Subtle Reward 7, this should be this one here. It's why are some of these the same? Why do these the same icons? Inevitability, Backstab, and Shadow Strike to extend the duration of Symbols of Death by a decent amount. Vanish has an additional charge. Oh, I don't recall how many charges Vanish has right now, but having 2 charges is mean. That definitely, see, if that definitely feels like a PvP related thing. Next one, Fade to Nothing. Movement speed increased by 20%. Damage taken is reduced after gaining Stealth, Vanish, or Shadow Dance, but it is a passive. That's not bad. Yeah, I could definitely see myself going down the middle of the street, for the most part. I think. Cloaked in Shadows. Vanish grants you a shield for 6 seconds, absorbing damage equal to 30% of your maximum health. I mean, it's definitely not the best button to use. Like, if you need that button, you need a better tank or something. And then finally, Deeper Daggers. Eviscerate and Black Powder increase your shadow damage dealt by 15% for 8 seconds. Row 8. Sepsis. Everyone gets sepsis. Sepsis for everybody. Cool. Perforated Veins. Shadow Strike increases the damage of your next backstab by 35%, stacking up to 3 times. Okay. Dark Shadow. Shadow Dance increases damage by an additional decent amount, yeah. Deeper Stratagem. You have 1 additional max combo. That's been like a thing. Very much a prevailing thing. I almost want to think, hey, if all 3 trees have the option to get 1 additional combo point, you might as well put that on the class side of the tree. I don't know. And then Shuriken Tornado. Focus intently, then release a Shuriken Storm every second for the next 4 seconds. Ooh, straight up a Blade Storm. Row 9. Invigorating Shadow Dust. Vanish reduces the cooldown of your other rogue abilities by 10 to 20 seconds, which is just okay. Wasn't there something here that gave me 2 charges of Vanish? Yeah, so I have 2 charges of Vanish if I want to. And then with that equates to possibly 40 seconds of cooldown reduction for any of my abilities. That would be cool. You know, as a really you're chilling at the farm in Narathi Basin. Cool. And then this rogue just nails you for the next minute. Can't do anything because you're getting gouged and stuff. Anyway. Lingering Shadow is this one. After Shadow Dance ends, Backstab deals way more damage as Shadow, and it fades by 2% per second. Huh. So I guess it goes down over time. That's my guess. Finality. Eviscerate, Rupture, and Black Powder increase the damage of the next use of the same finishing move by 15 to 30%, and it lasts for 6 seconds. So definitely do both, is what I'm getting there. Someone in the chat is saying that the left is utility, the middle is like single target, the right is AoE. Okay. I think I could see that. And let's look at the bottom of this. The Rotten. After activating Symbols of Death, your next Shadow Strike or Backstab deal way more damage, get hella combo points, and is guaranteed to critically strike. That sounds like a new ability, yeah. Shadow Mist. Gaining Stealth, Vanish, or Shadow Dance expels mist nearby. Walking through Shadow Mist refreshes the cooldown of Shadow Step and supercharges a combo point. Damaging finishing moves that consume the same. This is a lot. There's a lot to understand, guys. Gaining Stealth, Vanish, or Shadow Dance expels poop. Walking through the poop makes the cooldown of your Shadow Step refresh, and you get a combo point. Damaging moves that consume the same number of combo points as your supercharge function as if they consumed 7 combo points. That's a thinking man's ability, guys. Or I just don't know this very well. And finally, the Venthyr ability, Flagellation. At the very bottom, at the very, very, very bottom. Yeah, so Subtlety is something that totally eludes me, just like most of the other rogue specs, aside from Assassination. But so far, I think the big takeaway that I have from today's talent trees is that, again, we're seeing an example of what sorts of direction or what sorts of flexibility does Blizzard have with all these different talent trees for a pure DPS class. I think these two are the first that we've seen. Who do we have left? We have Warlocks and Mages, I believe. Yeah. Warlocks and Mages are the other two pure classes, and we might see those soon. Kind of an interesting first approach, but I know I'm going to be really interested to see what you guys have to say in the comments, and as well as social media. I want to see what people think about these sorts of things, and especially see like what sorts of builds people do come up with, because that's always interesting to see. So that is it. So far, we still have a good number of classes to go. We still have evokers to go. Most importantly, we have protection paladins to take a look at, and I'll be looking at that for like hours and sharing my thoughts on that with you all. But for now, I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. If the Wowhead links are working, I will link those in the description so that you guys can take a look at interactive trees on your own. Otherwise, have at it. Have a good time checking out these builds. I hope you guys find something cool or can give like some good feedback. If you don't mind, like the video, subscribe for all this Dragonflight content, and I'll see you guys for the next thing. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.